What up, fellas? What up?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Oh my gosh.
How do I sound? Do I sound
Daryl's
okay?
back in the house. What's up, Daryl? Welcome back.
Oh,
What's up,
DB?
gentlemen? What's that?
DB. Hey, man, I got to get with you ASAP.
For me?
Yeah. We'll talk about it now.
Okay.
How you doing, brother? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Anybody?
Welcome to tonight's show, everybody. It's going to be a fun show tonight.
Colin, my guy, can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you, bro.
The building.
Chris is in the building.
You already know what it is. Treat my first like my last and my last like my hey.
What's good? What's good?
What it do? Back from injured reserve like I never left.
Yeah, half of me.
Hey, look, I was about to kick you out tonight. I said, man, let's go ahead and give him the boot. Just playing. Anyway, man, it's good to see you, DB. The sun is shining bright over there, so I'm with it.
When you get your noggin cracked a little bit, you're sensitive to light. So
Hey, I'm not even mad at you, bro. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do.
Oh, I thought you was being Hollywood.
Nah,
DB is anything but Hollywood, brother. You better recognize.
Uh-oh.
You don't see that little blue? You don't see that little blue collar around my shirt a little bit? You don't see the blue collar? Oh, let's ask a black man anything. My bad.
Jerron, what's going on, brother?
What's up, Wes? What's going on, man?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you as well.
All bright and shiny and whatnot.
Hey,
listen,
looks a lot better.
It's so excited to see him nice and bright.
Right.
I'm upgrading. I'm doing a little better.
And instead of Chris, instead of the shot with him down way with all of the space.
No.
He like this.
Exactly.
Wait. I'm gonna do Jerron real quick. Y'all don't judge me.
Hold on. Jerron, I almost didn't recognize you right side up.
Yeah, turn off.
Hold on, wait.
Hey, I know, right?
This Jerron, y'all.
Wait, and then we got to see the game in your glasses. We got to see the game.
Yeah. You can't. You got to see it right here.
Is this good right here?
Hey man, wait a minute. There we go. Let me get my lighting back. Messing around. Anyway, good evening, man. Good evening. Somebody tell Mr. Muhammad that we looking for him. He was like, when we on?
It's like super early, now super late.
I wouldn't say super, but we good with it. Let me slip over to YouTube real fast. Good evening, everybody. We are live. Super, but we good with it. Wait a minute. Echo. Kill that.
Oh, that's me.
No, that's me.
Hold on.
No, that's me. I got
Shout out
multitask over here.
Shout out to all of you watching tonight. So really appreciate y'all for being here.
Wes, you back in the studio? Are you in New Orleans or you in Louisiana or you in Cali?
Who knows?
No, I'm
Cali
in Cali. I'm in LA.
Nobody ever knows what West.
I'm in LA, brother.
We got a banner, Colin. Thank you, sir. Thank you, good sir. I appreciate you. Hey, Lakeisha. Good evening, Marvelette. Good evening, Daryl, Jerron, Colin, and Wes. Welcome, everybody. Did you hear from Shannon?
How's everybody's week been? Let's start there. Jerron, let's just go down the line. Jerron, how's your week been?
It's been chill, man. I'm ready for Friday, though. One day closer to the weekend, I start getting excited. So I'm ready for Fridays.
Good. Daryl, glad to have you back. How's your week been?
normal challenges with the job, but I'm just glad to be back, man. I really am. I done had some good days and some bad days. No complaining. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. That's all I can say. Thank God for that.
Good to see you, brother.
Amen.
That's what's up.
Mr. West. Mr. West, how's your week been? Can you
Wes,
hear?
Wes, is your audio on?
Oh yeah. What's up?
Or are you trading crypto?
No. No. What's what was it on me or something? What we doing?
Yeah, can you hear me, Wes?
My thing had cut out for a second at one point.
He's asking how your week
So
was.
what? What we doing?
I don't think he can hear me.
I can't hear you, Chris.
Can y'all hear
I
me?
see your lips
Joanne,
moving, brother.
Daryl, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, everybody else can hear me. Somebody want to let them know that something.
I can hear Jerron. I can't hear Colin.
He was asking you how has your week been?
Oh, my week. Oh man, it's been interesting, man. I've been digging into my health, making sure that I'm good, and I am on most fronts. Just waiting for some tests back. Trying to stay optimistic, but I'm good, man. I'm good.
Awesome.
Wes, what you been tested for?
Why you gonna put his medical business out there? Why is he gonna do that?
You said what?
You all right? It's not COVID. Let me rephrase.
No.
Are you being tested for COVID?
You don't have to answer that. You don't have to put your medical records all
I
out
can't
there.
get Colin at all, but no, I have been tested for COVID. I'm good. All my blood work is good.
That's
Okay.
That's a HIPAA violation.
I'm not his employer, so
cut the check.
That's it.
Well, I'm like this close to cutting the check. So as soon as we can get over the hump, we will be A-okay. We are definitely going to bring a phenomenal show to you guys tonight. With that being said, I want to welcome everybody to the world's greatest Thursday night show, Ask a Black Man Anything. I appreciate you for being here. More than anything, you don't have to be here, but you are. And so with that being said, I want to introduce to you my phenomenal co-hosts that answer literally anything at any point. You can literally ask us any question and we can we'll have it answered for you. So with that being said, Daryl, since you are back first in the pit, go ahead and swing batter and give your introduction, good sir.
Daryl Bailey from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm not going to throw out a lot of superlatives. I've had a new lease on life. It's all about the ladies, what they got to ask us tonight. So I'm prepared to be engaged and encouraged to hear what's going to go down the pipe. And I pass it back to you, good sir.
All right, good stuff. Mr. Jerron, Mr. Nice and Bright. Mr.
Hey,
Bright.
what's good? I'm Jerron, Jackson, Mississippi, licensed clinical therapist. Good to be amongst the brothers again. Good to see you there. I'm glad you're back, brother. I'm looking forward to the show tonight. And with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Wes.
Man, it's hard to follow up DB with words like superlative and whatnot, but I'll do my best. Wes Stewart, located in Los Angeles, California, filmmaker, amongst other things. Just here to enjoy the show. I see we got the young bull in the house. My guy, Shahid, talk to us.
What's going on, everybody? Shahid Muhammad out of Los Angeles, California. I don't have too much. Definitely welcome back, good sir, to Brother Daryl. I'm excited. Let's get it rocking.
Oh,
pass
shit.
It over to who I passed it to. Dan is on.
Darth Vader. Vader, where you at?
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Colin. I got an album coming out. Next week. It's called It's Lonely at the Top.
That's Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Look, check me. I got my EP coming out next week now. This is Colin Hardiman, y'all. Glad to be here. And very glad to have my bro Daryl back. But yeah, let's get it. It's on you, Shane.
What up, everybody? It's Shan coming from California, and excited to be here. We're going to talk about some good stuff tonight. Let's make it happen.
Hey, Shan, I got a question
Yo.
for you.
You got to answer.
Read your shirt for us. What's your shirt say?
Girls, 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 girls.
Girls, I do adore. Yo, put your number on this paper because I would love to date you.
I holler at you when I come out talk.
Hey,
I got this model chick. She's so immature. She's
Like,
like,
why you don't buy me Reeboks no more?
you should throw a couple dollars just to shove a holler.
I got a project
chick
You gonna
that
get
plays a
flagged.
part.
Look what I done started. I apologize.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Mr. Rawls, you good?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I'm good.
Fantastic. Man, it is we
Hey,
three
man,
is
have you
company.
ever imagined what it would be like? Yo, Chris, have y'all ever what it would be like to be in Shannon's head, just on a weekly basis, just to like visit and kind of like creep around and see what's going on? Shannon, tell us, brother. Will we be scared? Will we be afraid? Will we not make the journey?
Yeah, it's pretty chaotic up there, man. That's why it's so big. The big ass cranium of mine.
Or we can look at it from the
Right.
flip. We can look at it from the flip side. People fear what they don't understand, my brother.
Oh snap! Daryl is here.
Yeah.
You just not saying that?
Sensitive
What
to
up,
light.
man?
No. I'm Stevie Wonder up in this camp. No, I'm good. I'm sensitive to light, but I'm back.
What's happening?
Yes, sir.
It's good to see you, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm good. I'm glad to be here, man.
We got a full house tonight.
Damn, no, we only missing one person. Who we missing?
Nobody.
Robert's here, but he just needs to turn his camera on.
Where's Robert at?
He's sitting in the green room
Oh, he in the green room. Okay.
because he needs to turn his camera on.
I think he needed to sit down and warm his wine up. Y'all know Robert liked to drink wine. He liked to drink that red wine. So
Rob gassing up the Federation's chips right now. I got him on duty.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go change my shirt. I'll be back.
say less. With that being said, we will. So thank you, Robert, for joining us. Hey, everybody. Good evening. I am Chris Davis. Oh, hot dog. Let me grab my book. I got both of them. Ha-ha. I just ordered some new ones.
He should have a prop. He should have a prop hit a button. They just fall out the ceiling and just be dangling.
So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm actually going to prop it up somewhere in the background so that every time we go live, all I can do is just point to them. So good evening, everybody. Chris Davis out of Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Buffalo, New York. I just heard one of the hottest new rappers that's out. Just FYI, y'all go check him out. Benny the Butcher. Y'all go check him out. He's from the town. Anyway, shout out to Benny the Butcher. Author of 2 great books. First book is The Edge of Greatness. It is my autobiography. And most people say, well, why are you writing an autobiography and you're only 42? I've probably been fired more than anybody that you know. I've been fired 12 times, and I had to figure out what my personal edge of greatness was and how do I get to a certain level in my life or to where I am today. So basically I chronicled my journey, and it was about how I decided to start a board game, and I wanted to tell you that. The second book is one that's near and dear to my heart because we always are talking about relationships, and so this is a brand new book. If you want to copy this, just DM me. The real Chris Davis right there on the screen. The Ultimate Vetting Guide workbook is also on Amazon. So would love to share that with you guys. Want to definitely make sure we get that in your hands. With that being said, we want to welcome everybody tonight because we have a full house. Man, it is Good to see everybody back. Good to see Daryl. When I tell you, man, it's good to see you. I know, and this is not like a nod to, me, but man, I know, I check on you. So, but it's better to see you live and in color.
Yeah, it's I didn't want to give up too much, but a lot of people been like, "Where you at, man?" I was out there, man. You get hit by a car and you don't see it coming, man. It's a long road back, and more so the mental aspect of it. And I still got some bumps and bruises. I'm still sensitive to light, but man, to say I could sit here and see my brothers still, what
Man,
more can one man ask for? I'm still breathing, brother.
Absolutely, man.
blessings.
Absolutely. That's incredible.
Definitely.
I'm definitely glad that you're still here. The talks that we had, you shared with me the challenges that you were going through, and I'm honored that you would, impress upon me the things that you were able to share.
Yeah.
And so for that, I thank you. I've always somehow been a vault, so I happen to know, the burdens of everybody. And while I don't take it lightly, I do remind myself to be mindful that what people are going through is a lot, sometimes more than what we're going through at the present moment. And so with us seeing you upright, with us seeing you here, it is definitely and Wes, this for you, it is a plum pleasing pleasure.
Whoa. Whoa now.
I appreciate that.
No, that's for Wes.
Whoa.
You probably missed the last few episodes.
Yeah, man.
I've been telling Wes, when I tell people, glad to have you here, I end it with, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure. And so Wes been messing it up every Thursday night. A pleasuring plum, please. So,
No, it's just that
anyway,
you like pleasing plums. So
hey man, listen,
I
there's
aspire to
no
be
doubt
like you,
about
brother.
that. No doubt about that. I definitely enjoy being able to
Pleasing
please.
plum or two.
We got people watching, so we're gonna leave it right there. We're gonna leave it right there. I don't want to get no text message talking about what is he talking about. Wes don't know none of my personal business, just for the record. Just so y'all know, I'm making a disclaimer. Wes knows none of my personal business.
I know he
Praise the
pleases
Lord.
plums. Yeah, amen.
So,
Amen, brother.
yeah, man. Update, man. How everybody's good. I know Colin kicked it off. Colin, you didn't tell us how you were, man. How's your week been?
My week has been good. No complaints. Gearing up for possibly South by, so getting ready for that. It'll be the first kind of like in person. My first time going back in person, so yeah, looking forward to that.
Okay. What is this event you telling us? Speaking of.
You never heard of South by Southwest?
Chris hasn't been on Earth very long. He's just got here. Colin,
No, I've
excuse
never
me,
heard of South by
It's
Southwest.
a pretty big conference that a lot of people all over the world attend. So it's interactive. It's film. It's also music. So it's
Gotcha.
like 3 conferences all smashed into one. So it's like a week and a half long, and it starts with interactive, all these panels, different topics. Then it's like all these films. So it's like film premieres of these like independent films or big feature films. Then it goes into music. So all your artists, there's already rumors out there that Kanye might possibly be coming to South by Southwest this year. But yeah, some big notable acts always come out.
So kind of like a Coachella type deal added with another.
Right. So it's just like it adds a conference mix, and it's like a big conference, a film festival, and a music festival all smashed into one.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
And that's in Houston?
It's in Austin.
Austin. Okay, your hometown.
Yeah.
Okay. So Shannon, real quick, man, what you been working on this week, man? Other than busting down the workouts at 6 a.m.
Oh, that's my peacetime. Everything else is work. Make money. Do what men do. Nothing special though. Nothing particular. I've been training my personal assistant on how to do some of the tasks that I generally need. You know, how to get a credit card in her name and petty cash, so she could run around the city, do a lot of tasks that I need to get done. Like one of the things for me, it was always tough to try to juggle my YouTube channel, and it's kind of like somewhat fast growth. I had to slow that down so I could take care of my business downtown. So, you know, I got a whole fashion conglomerate going on downtown, and I was kind of neglecting that. I didn't even do a fall winter drop this year because I was too busy over here on YouTube. And so, um, what I did was I hired uh, an executive assistant as she's titled. So it's slash personal assistant, an executive assistant, and somewhat of an associate producer. So what she's going to be doing is some of the research for the shows on YouTube, and I've been training her how to do all of that. Also, this is somebody that I hired internally, so she also was my inventory manager downtown at the store. So now that she's transitioning over here, and then I'm bringing on new staff, and it's just a lot going on. But by bringing her on, it's gonna allow me to restart up my shows on YouTube on a daily basis and still be able to handle my business downtown. So I have to train a bunch of people and I'm shifting positions around. I already don't have that many people as it is. I used to have 7 employees. Now I'm down to 4. I'm bringing on 2 more, so I'll be at 6 employees. And with these people and teaching them how the processes that I have, because most of the back end stuff is automated. I got to teach them stuff that I normally don't teach people. And so that's been a kind of a challenge for the last couple of weeks, but it's working out, and she's really smart, so it's working out well. And then once she's brought up to speed, maybe in another week, then my YouTube channel is going to just fire up, and I'm going to just start. There's going to be a lot of shows that's happening on a daily basis for that. Also, my downtown fashion stuff is going to be happening because I'm bringing on a designer and a buyer, which I've never done because I've always designed and bought myself, and I'm kind of scared. But you know, what do? You know, shit. Kanye West doesn't design everything at Yeezy, so I guess I gotta kind of like trust people to do stuff that I normally wouldn't trust them to do. And that's what I've been doing for the last month.
Mr. Muhammad, you back in town, or you still out on the block?
Yeah, I'm still in the hood, man. I'm still out here in LA, chilling.
Say less.
Probably go back next in a week or so.
Okay. What's your week been like? What you been up to?
Man, I've been chilling. I hit Six Flags. I think it was Tuesday. Had a little fun. You know what I mean? I'll just be, relaxing, nothing major. Don't got a lot on my plate right now, so able to spread my wings and get out a little bit.
For sure. Well, good stuff, man. I appreciate everybody for doing the update. Welcome again, everybody. So we have an amazing show for you tonight, and we want to bring it to you. Every week, what we do here on Ask a Black Man Anything, what we do is we scour the internet, the interwebs. We scour. I don't know if it's Joe Biden's internet or Beyonce's internet. I don't know whose internet it is at this point, but whoever's internet it is, we look for some of the best topics to speak about. And one of the things that is really interesting in this particular space is dating, right? And we were watching a video earlier this week, and on the video, it said it was best for women to multi-date, women to date around. And I'm positive that this is going to be a great conversation in reference to should you date one? Should you date multiple? What you should do, and then you're going to get our feedback as to what we should do. So, with that being said, I want to show you this great video in reference to dating and where we kind of came up with the topic from, and we're going to show it to you right now.
It's not working for you, Colin? Hold on. I'll do it, Colin. Hold on one second.
Hi, Rick Caruso here.
We have to wait 1 second. I'm not sure why it's not working. It didn't work for Colin last week either. All right, hold on, Kyle. I got you, bro.
Oh, I see. I
He's
see.
having
I said.
giving him a.
See. Got the whole. I get way too many tabs open. You know, they tell me that all the time. You have way too many tabs open.
Go
I
ahead.
have like 5 conversations at once. Mr. Longmire.
Yes, sir. Oh,
All
we
right,
got
so
some
this
video.
is from this is the clip. This is the clip from the Lapeef Network last Friday, where our former good brother from the Ask a Black Man Anything, Trill, was having a conversation with Kayla. I want you guys, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, tap into this, and brothers, pay attention to every word that's being said. It's a little long. It's 7 minutes. Pay attention to every word that's being said, and then we'll talk about your thoughts afterwards. Here we go.
If you have a conversation, listen, bro, you can have a conversation with a chick overnight and tell that she got a roster or not. It's so easy.
I want to know, Anton.
What Trill is saying is that he automatically think that she has one.
She got a roster, and you've been talking to her for more than 4 or 5 hours. We got to get your ears and eyes examined, bro, because it's so easy. It's so easy to spot a chick that got a roster.
How?
You know what's crazy about that, bro?
No.
Is that if I go into a chick, and I think I can speak for a lot of men when I say this, right? When you go into dating a woman and she's giving you, okay, you're the only person I'm talking to vibes right out the gate, that becomes to be a bit annoying because she has nothing else going, right? So her life is essentially going to revolve around you if she really likes you, right? So that type of situation early or run a lot of dudes off, or it'll make us think, okay, I got you in my back pocket. You ain't talking to nobody, and I'm not
gonna necessarily believe it, Trill.
It's
right.
chicks,
I'm gonna think it's a lie for sure. But if it comes out to be true, and you start moving that way, most men are, okay, I got her in my back pocket. It's no rush here. I'm gonna get to her when I feel like it, and I'm gonna keep dating and doing what it is that I'm doing. That's how a lot of men think, bro.
So not true.
Even if they dating on a purpose.
So true. When you want to, that's not necessarily. They just not necessarily on that time. They just not in the mix like that. You know, like it's certain chicks that's just out here in the streets, and if you know, and then there's some chicks that's just on some chill junk, on some on some homely type junk. You know, they rather spend time with their family and their parents or whatever like that and check on this. And they just got a lot going on in their life that don't necessarily revolve around being for the streets. I think it's just a different type of vibe, bro.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that because I literally feel like as a man, when you run into a chick, and you're right, it is easy to it's not easy to tell because some women act, but once you find out that, okay, I'm the only one she's talking to, then you'll start putting 2 and 2 together. It's like, damn, she texting me 5 times a day. Damn, she calling me 3 times a day. Like, this is getting a bit much. Like, you are overly available to me. And it's like, I'm not even sure about you yet, but I'm the only one you talking to. I'm dating multiple people, so I'm kind of trying to keep my distance, and you steady pressing me because I don't know whether or not women realize they do it, but subconsciously you do. If I'm the only man that you're talking to and you like me a lot, women want to talk to the man that they like a lot. So you're going to get texts all day. You're going to be getting calls all day, especially early. And as a man, if I'm seeing that from you, it's like, oh, okay, well, I don't got to put much effort in here. I got her in my back pocket. So I'm going to get around to it when I feel like getting around to it, more so than a chick. You know, again, not saying you out here dating 100 dudes. That's not what I'm saying. But there's no desperation there. And when a chick is dating typically you, most men can get that vibe of desperation, and that's going to drop you on the totem pole. That's just real for most dudes. Now, some dudes think like Anton is talking about. You're right, but I don't feel like that's the majority. I don't.
And you know what, Trill? I think that what you're saying is absolutely, on point in my observation. And I think that goes right back to the whole, like, how some people are so cool with the whole go with the flow thing. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. And Trill.
That's not the same thing.
No, but I'm saying, I'm saying, like, based on what he was just saying, like the woman who's just always available, always there, and all this type of stuff will more likely be cool with go with the flow, because what else is there?
So you telling me, Trill?
No.
Hey, you don't. Well, maybe not you, but dudes don't run into chicks that's not desperate, that's not overly available, but their availability is not based off of the fact that they got a roster of dudes that's calling them at the same time.
I'm sure there are some people who run into that.
Right.
I was just going by what Trill was just saying. I was just talking about that.
I wasn't talking about what you said, Kay. I'm not criticizing what you're saying. I'm just talking in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, and again, I think that happens. I just feel like that's not the majority. I feel like if you're dating 10 women, and all of them are only dating you, most of them.
I'm sorry, how many?
Y'all can juggle.
No. Wait.
You are a
Wait.
legend.
I get caught up in the number. I'm talking about just stats and experimentation.
Trill is a legend, bro.
No, man, no.
What's the most you ever talked to, Trill? No offense.
That's not what I meant, huh?
I said, what's the most you had on your roster?
I'll neither confirm nor deny. I plead the fifth. But what I'm saying is this: the number is not important. What's important is I feel like most women who are only talking to one man are going to move with a different type of urgency, and for a lot of men, that will be annoying to him. It will be. That's
even if he's dating with a purpose.
Yes.
Not if he's reciprocating that back.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that even if you're dating with a purpose, a man still likes to chase. A man still don't want to feel like I can just deal with you whenever I feel like it, and that's the vibe that a lot of the women give off. That they are overly available. Every time I call her, she answers my phone. Like I could be 2 a.m. texting or whatever the case, but every time that I want to kick it, she down. Every time I want to talk, she down. It's like, damn.
So do you? That means that he's into her, though.
Well, let me ask you then, Trill. So do you suggest women play a game where they're not overly?
No. What I suggest is that you're not playing a game. You're not. You're dating multiple people, so you don't have that sense of urgency with somebody that you may not need to have it for. But if I'm dating just one person, there's going to be a sense of urgency there that a lot of times shouldn't be there. And you won't find out until you done wasted 6 to 8 months of your life. This nigga been playing games the whole time. But because I'm so invested and I'm talking to one dude and I want to make it work, I'm looking past flags and shit that I would see if I'm dating multiple people. That's what I'm saying.
Trill, you wrong on this one, bro. And you know what's so funny?
I agree with Trill 100%.
Oh, of course you are.
Of course the box does.
Trill, that's your red flag right there. I know you off. I know Trill is off now.
So what advice, Trill, would you give? Let's say
on Humble Dad. You knew what I meant by that. Thank you. Align with the one that makes sense. Literally, Trill always makes so much sense when he comes on.
It makes sense because that's what you're doing.
I get so hyped, but it's just like, thank you, Lapeef gods, because Trill, yes, thank you.
So, if you watch the video, the gist of the video is saying that it's okay to be to date multiple people and not be always available. So, I'm not going to be the first one to kick it off because I am sure. Shan, you're on mute, Shan.
Hold on. It's okay for who to date multiple people? Women? Like Trill saying?
I'm going to say what the video said, and then we're going to get into our own personal beliefs, right? We're going to get into our personal beliefs later, right? The video said that you should not be so available all the time, every single time. And I think maybe in context, it might be in the very beginning, right, of a relationship as it's budding. But as things grow, as things begin to grow, I'm going to take a little liberty here to say that as things grow, you should probably be, as you get closer together, that will change. But I'm going to leave it for you fellas. Guys, chop at it, swing for the fences. What do you think about the video? Come on, Mr. Longmire. You ready?
I guess I'll jump it off, man. I feel like I agree with both perspectives, and I think that we're just talking about not our opinions yet. Shit.
What's the
tend
other
to agree.
perspective?
Say what?
You said you said you agree with both perspectives. What are the two perspectives?
Well, one perspective, Trill is saying that women can become more available. Like they will basically hunt you down because you're the only person that they're talking to at the time. Whereas the other perspective, that I forgot his name already.
Anton.
The other perspective that Anton was saying is that it's not that a woman only is interested in you. She may have other things going on, and so whenever she's only dating you, she has her mom she's taking care of, are visiting. She has her dad. Maybe she has kids. She has other things that she's doing. I think when Trill was first started talking, he presented the perspective that if a woman has other things to do, that she's multi-dating, and that doesn't necessarily ring true. It's not necessarily a true statement. But I do feel what Trill was saying, because to me it seems like more often than not, it is easily seen that if a woman is overly attracted to us or only dating us, they will kind of cling to us and they will kind of run to us and they will kind of take away that thrill of a chase. I'm gonna come back with my perspective on it a little bit later, but that's what I believe the breakdown of it.
Give us your perspective now. I thought that's what you was doing.
Okay, well, my perspective of it, I believe that we all multi-date and we don't even really realize it. I've come to the realization that I'm not a big fan of multi-dating, but if you're getting to know more than one person, you're multi-dating. That's what it is. It doesn't mean you're going out and having romantic encounters. You're going out and having sex. You're getting to know more than one person. That is multi-dating in a nutshell. For me, it's there. The line to where multi-dating should be shut off. That is where my question is. That is where I find issues when both men and women multi-date, is where is that line where we cut that off? Because you can easily find yourself in 2 or 3 actual relationships as opposed to just dating. So,
All right,
Robin, you polyamorous. What you saying?
Who else is gonna dance around this shit? Go ahead.
You, Shan, you next. What I tell you about Robin and his white wine and his red wine? I told y'all, Robin and his wine. Come on, Shan, you jump in.
2010.
Nah, I'll save it for last.
No, you gotta go next. Come
No, I don't.
Obi-Wan or whatever the name is, Darth Vader.
Yeah, I want to hear more. Keep going. It ain't with me and Shaheed. God damn it. So we the only ones on here on the dark side. All y'all fucking Jedi masters. Finish saying what you say. No, put me back with Shaheed. Where Shaheed go?
Shaheed on the main.
He's in the stage. He's in the stage.
Nah, I mean, I don't really have much to say. I didn't even really comprehend what was being said, honestly.
Thank you.
It was a lot of words.
I was gonna ask, like, give me a summary of what was said.
I don't really have much.
I can summarize it if you need a summary.
For me, I definitely want a woman that's accessible. If I'm texting you at 2 a.m., hell yeah, I want you to pick up. It's 2 a.m. Like, you know, like, I'm hitting you for a reason. Like, so, because I'm not reaching out to you when I don't want access to you. You know what I mean? When I don't want access to you, I'm not picking up your phone call, or I'm not picking up my phone to reach out. So every time I hit your line, hell yeah, answer, pick up. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, okay, but Shaheed, what you were saying is every now and then you run into that one that's calling you 15 times a day because she has nothing else going on for herself.
But I know how to deal with that, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's simple. You know what I mean?
That's okay.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I really got.
So I'll go on the back of Shaheed because I'm the same way. I don't believe in dating multiple.
Yeah, you're not the same way.
What'd you say?
I say you're not the same way when it comes to me. I get what you said.
Okay, but no. So I was co-signing on the last part you said as far as you know how to deal with it, because it's like, well, if a woman is too clingy and things like that, then I can give tasks. I can assign some tasks to do, you know, just to keep her occupied.
We gonna put her to work.
Exactly. So it's just like that. That's my stance on it. But yeah, I don't believe in multi-dating. I believe in giving my attention to one person. And as far as like, go ahead and give me the summary, Chris, of what was said.
Cool. So
it was a lot going on, man.
Right.
All right. So so I watched it, and here's what I think is a summary. Start off by saying that women should multi-date, and they should not. When women are only focused on one guy, what happens is they tend to over-invest and not really get to know that one guy or watch any of the flags that like red flags that he may present. Right? They may be so invested in him and trying to make it work that they ignore a lot of the other things that are important. And so they make themselves available every single time that the phone rings.
When they're not multi-dating.
When they're not multi-dating, right?
Okay.
When they're only dating one person at a time, they focus on that person and they make themselves overly available, and they invest more. Like they start to basically date you or marry you in their head before an actual relationship forms. And when they do that, they begin to ignore a lot of the bad characteristics or traits, or they ignore some of the things that could be caution flags or things, or, areas that you need to grow just because they have somebody, versus if they had, let's say they were talking to two people at the same time, they would be able to have a balanced view and say, okay, well, I'm looking at this person and I'm watching this particular characteristic and I see this and I see this. Okay. And I mean, really, they're not vetting properly. That's the bottom line, right? They're not vetting properly, which is why I'm going to go ahead and do a shameless self-promotion. Go ahead and buy my damn book so you can properly vet.
Okay. Well, so on that note then, Chris, two things. To me, if that's the case, where it's just warning signs are being ignored and she's just jumping into the relationship or just giving all her time and attention to just ignoring the warning signs because she's so deeply in love with this, I guess, sprung, you could call it, then that could be just an issue that particular person might need to address. I don't think it's necessarily a problem because they're putting all their eggs in one basket or giving one person their attention. I think that might just be an issue with them of whatever it might be. I don't know, it could be called desperation, it could be called not properly vetting, whatever it might be, but I think that's more of an internal problem than a problem of concentrating on one person. The other thing to that is if she's properly vetting, but that energy is not being reciprocated by the person she's giving that time and attention to, then that, I guess you could say that's a warning flag or that's a caution sign. And then it's either the choice to either pull back or just be more intentional and say, okay, this probably ain't working, it's not being reciprocated. But of course, that's easier said than done. So that's my take on there because, my stance, of course, is, multi-dating, because it's like you just spreading your attention to multiple people. And it's just like, this person is this person is this person is this person is this. And then I think Shan was hitting across those lines too, or Shahi was hitting across those lines, just like when you call, they're not available and all that kind of stuff because it's like, oh, I'm out with somebody else or I'm not available right now, or because to me that's just a waste of time. It's just like you're leading people on.
Yeah, let me touch on it a little bit because, in the immortal words of Maximus Meridius Decimus, are we not entertained? Because that's what this is all about. Time spent, entertainment. When it gets serious, then it's one-on-one. But when you're out there dating is not relationship. Dating is not marriage. Dating is dating. Period. Now, when you get to the point that you want to get serious, then that's when communication comes into play. Now, if I call you at 2 a.m. and we are communicating on a level that's beyond dating, I expect you to pick that up. But if we're just dating, you don't get my call, you don't take my call, But I'm the type of person, I date one-on-one. I don't date multiple people at the same time, but I will give you my time from a period of time. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to move to the next person. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. But it's all in that realm of dating. When you start to mix the berries, oh, I'm feeling you and this and that, you got some people out there that are super attentive. And when they're super attentive, it doesn't matter if they're dating you or if they're in a serious relationship. They're just bred to be attentive to you because they like your attention. But again, are we not entertained? And I'm going to pass the mic back.
Jerron, what say you, sir?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Y'all can hear me?
Yep.
So I'm not in the business of wasting no time, not at all. And so I'm big on communication. So if I meet somebody and I want to talk with them up front, you tell me that you're talking to multiple people, then I'm gonna do the same thing. Because if you're out here talking to multiple people, then I'm gonna do the same thing because I'm not gonna put all my eggs in one basket if you're talking to multiple people. I think that's what I should do. But I agree with Daryl. Once it gets to that point where if I'm talking to multiple people and I feel like me and one other person have a better genuine connection than the other, then I'm gonna stop talking to everybody else and cut them off and only talk to that one person. Because at that point in time, I'm investing myself in this emotionally. At first, it's just fun and games. We just going on dates, we just hanging out, spending time together, having fun. But when I find that one person out of those people that I'm actually dating, and if it's genuine, I'm gonna cut everybody else off and only talk to that person. Because at that time, I don't have any time to waste. So I'm looking forward to moving forward. At that time, we talk about clear intentions. Hey, do we want a relationship? Do we want to move this forward? Do we want to just keep having fun? At that time, I need to know what are your intentions. Each time we make those intentions clear, and we're both on the same page, then I don't see anything wrong with moving forward and stopping the multi-dating. But at first, I'm gonna date around. It's kind of like if I'm looking for a new pair of shoes or a new pair of clothes,
it's not so much. The question isn't so much you, Jerron. It's about the girl. You saying you gonna date around? Are you cool with her dating around too?
Initially, I'm fine with it. If I'm fine with her dating around initially, if that's what we agree to do. If she just wants to talk to me, then I'm willing to just talk to her as well. But if she says she wants to date around at first, I'm gonna do the same thing. I don't believe in putting all your eggs in one basket.
I don't think I answered that part of the question. That's a hell no for me.
I think about it though as in terms of let me say
you already got an honorary
I'm just saying before.
But I deduced that based on what you said. That's why I didn't bother asking. I was like, okay. My man, you already got an honorary red lightsaber, so you good. I just want to keep hearing what Jerron say.
It's like if I'm going to look for a new pair of pants, and I go to 3 or 4 different stores. I'm trying to look for the best deal on these pants, the ones that fit the best, the ones that are the cheapest. This is what I'm looking for. And so if I got to go to 3 or 4 different stores till I find a perfect fit, then that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not opposed to it. It's just me though.
So Jerron, you trying on women? Is that what you're telling me? That's what I heard.
I ain't gonna say I'm trying on women, but I don't mind trying out different women. Not in that type of way. I'm not talking about on the sex level. I'm talking about just going and hanging out with them, spending time with them, not nothing else. But I'm not opposed to going on dates with multiple women. If that's what she want to do, starting out initially, that's fine too. But if we get to that point where we want to cut it off and only talk to each other, if she's not with that, she ain't the one for me. I'm gonna keep moving.
So here's the thing, if I may. So I'm all about, the perspective that I come from when it comes to multi-dating is, I think that we should do less of it, and women should do more of it. Not that we should completely cut it out, but let's be honest, we're always multi-dating. That's what the dating life is for us. We're actually meeting women, seeing who we click and connect with, and and continuing that search if we don't find everything that we feel like we need at that point in our journey. Women, however, do what I call dating to death. They meet a man, he checks off a few things on the list. Maybe he reaches the height requirement, or he makes whatever money, whatever it is that looks good to her. And then she dates that guy until the death of that relationship. And my whole thing is, it's impossible to choose what's best for you if you don't have options. If you don't have things in front of you to choose from. Because you can have a panel of, how many of us is it tonight? What, 6, 7, 8? 8 great guys, but maybe not 8, but maybe you got 4. Maybe you got 3 or 4. Maybe we're gonna cut that in half. So maybe you're not a hoe, but maybe you got 3 or 4 guys in front of you who are all great guys. So the only way for you to know what's best for you is to see what each one of them is about, and that includes getting to know them, whatever that means for you, whatever is important for you to get to know about a particular person. And so I just think that, especially for younger women, the dating process is where they actually learn more than anything, more than learning about the guy. That's where they learn about themselves. That's where they learn what it is that they like. That's when they learn who it is that the kind of guy that they connect with, and all of these other nuances. So that's my whole thing about it. My whole thing is that I think women, just in general, but certainly younger women, should absolutely explore getting to know multiple guys, because we're already doing it. If we're keeping it a buck.
My guy Wes, may I ask you? Let me run this analogy by you. Let's say we liken dating to going bowling. You show up at the spot, you don't have your ball, you don't have your shoes, but you're comfortable.
I always got my balls. But go ahead, continue. Continue.
I knew it. I knew that was coming.
I knew he was going to do it. But hear me out. But you love bowling. You go up in the spot. Are you comfortable with going up to the counter, asking for a pair of shoes that they sprayed that about maybe 100 people that ran up in? Or do you really enjoy bowling and you got your own shoes that you bring to the alley? That's all I'm asking. And I'm gonna pass the mic back to you.
Man, I can't. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Hey man, I got hit by a car, so I got new stuff flying through my mind and stuff.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It ain't the glasses tonight. It's my head.
Man. Oh god! Daryl said y'all smoking my meat tonight. So Shan, no, don't put me on the screen. Shan, it's on you. Where do you stand, Shan?
You got it. Come on, Shan. You got something.
Shan has been waiting since Tuesday to release the Kraken.
I'm not even gonna bang on y'all, man. I mean, I get, what would the world be without simps? So as I told y'all niggas Tuesday, y'all niggas is crazy. Y'all are crazy. I can't believe I'm hearing what I'm hearing. I cannot believe I'm hearing what I hear. Shout out to Colin. Shout out to Shaheed. And I'm thinking shout out to Daryl. I wasn't sure earlier, but now when Daryl just came back with the bowling thing, I think Daryl's cool. The rest of y'all, and I already know how you feel, Chris, because you don't need to go. I can't. But what are y'all talking about? Okay, first of all, there's something that needs to be established. What is dating? Like what? I'm not sure that we're all in the same sheet of music when it comes to the definition of dating.
We're not.
But because like when we were talking earlier this week, and I called y'all crazy, and we set this as the topic for tonight. Chris, it was you that said, well, dating don't equal sex. And I'm just like, come on, bro. That's when I said that's fresh out the sisterhood playbook. Oh, dating ain't. look.
So let me clarify then. Let me clarify what I mean.
Right.
Dating for me is getting to know the person, right? That's dating. Relationships is the next phase, right? Exclusivity is the next phase. So first you get to know a person. So like let's say I met, Dawn and I met Dawn on Monday and I met Letitia on Tuesday.
Okay.
I start talking to them on the phone. We may go out to dinner. We may go bowling.
Stop right. Okay, wait. Stop right there. Stop right there. So you're talking to him on the phone. Now you're dating.
Yes, we're dating.
Does she know that? So you met Dawn on Monday, and now you got her number, and so now y'all caking on the phone late at night. You just automatically dating now.
Absolutely. There's no point in me getting a phone number if we're not gonna date.
Does she know that?
Yes.
Chris, he's asking, are you in the process of dating that woman? If y'all
Yes, I'm getting to know her and dating her.
He's saying once I got the number and I'm getting to know her. So how many siblings do you have? What school did you go to?
Yep.
Where you grow up? He's instantly dating.
That's the dating.
We dating. We
that's
dating,
the dating
right?
process.
That's dating.
Process.
That's dating.
Right. That's
collecting data. The next level is what happens is once y'all get to know each other, y'all feel like, okay, this is a good match. Then you start to talk about exclusivity. And exclusivity is where you and that one person are together only if you're monogamous, or if you're like other people, you have multiple. So you have multiple, so if you are polyamorous or I don't know, polygamous or whatever the term is, I don't know, poltergeist. I'm just messing around. So Shan, enlighten me. What is dating for you? Because clearly we have a different definition.
Oh yeah, we got a way different definition, brother. As far as you're concerned, what you're saying, and clearly what what's the name said. So she could just be out dating, just collecting, like you saying, going out bowling. I'm assuming you paying for that. I'm assuming you talking about dinner. You got all the dinners, and then that just goes and goes until one day somebody says, "Will you be my girlfriend?" However long that goes, however many dates, however many dinner dates that goes, however many receipts that cost, however much gas that is, however many trips that requires, and you be doing, and she can do that with multiple guys. She can do that with 6 dudes, and you okay with that? And you're totally okay with, I'm assuming, because you said sex doesn't necessarily have to be involved, but say she's kissing them all. She kissed John on Tuesday. She kissed Chris on Wednesday. Then she kissed Daryl. I mean, she kissed Wes on Thursday.
She did more than kiss me, brother.
No, she didn't. No, not according to Chris.
Hold it now. Now here's the thing. Here's the difference.
Y'all niggas is crazy.
Go ahead. Here's the difference. Once you're in my claw, you ain't fucking with nobody else. So.
No, wait. What does that mean? Your claw.
Once you start dating me,
you
start dating me, you realize the rest of them are bums.
No, that's bullshit. Oh, come on.
That's just ego talking. That's your ego talking.
I'm just telling you what I learned.
Here's why.
How's that BS when I'm telling you what my experience was?
Let me tell you why.
You don't know that you the man.
Let me tell you why.
And according to you,
well, then they've been blowing some good smoke. I put it that way.
Let me tell you why.
Yes, that's the fucking problem today.
That's fine.
Women have been blowing a lot of fucking smoke, and men are starting. We're getting sick. Men have been doing it too. I ain't gonna get them. I ain't gonna lie. But what you're saying is it's authorized. It's okay that they've been doing it. I hear you patting yourself on the back saying,
"But wait, let me ask you a question. Why do I care what they do when they not my woman?"
Then they not even
talk to us, Shahid.
So, Chris, you got to make up your mind. They either in your claw or they not your woman.
No, but what I'm saying is Shan is saying that I should have a problem if they're dating other people, right?
You just said once they in your claw, they yours.
Correct.
You said you have a problem with it.
What I'm saying, okay,
that's not you not that guy if she going on 2 or 3 bowling dates, movie dates.
I don't think that she is after we start dating. I don't.
You just met her on Tuesday. You said you dating after the first phone call in this discovery process, as Wes call it, collecting data. You instantly dating.
But see, herein lies the difficulty. Too many people are living dating like what's understood doesn't need to be said. That's where the problem lies in.
Hey, that's more women than men, though.
Just because you have a good conversation or you're conversing, you're doing whatever you're supposed to be doing on that first date. You get the number, get the call back. He calls you the second day or whatever the case may be. I don't even know what the time span for people to call. I don't have one of those, but I'm just saying the problem is people are having sex in the dating realm. First night, second week, they're having it. So you can't quantify it or qualify it as, it's not happening. It's happening. It happened to me.
Thank you, Daryl.
It happened to James too. And he dead. But what I'm saying to you now is you cannot go to these realms of dating, commitment, courtship, whatever you call it,
Right
unless you have a serious conversation and you're both on the same page. Other than that, you just entertaining each other from space to space, from time to time.
Right.
That's what it is. Are we not entertained? I'm turning the mic back.
I agree with this statement right here.
See, this is why I can't and won't date multiple men. It's too much. One is enough, and if not the same energy, not being reciprocated, fall back. So when I was growing up, there was another level. We used to call it talking. So, and I don't know if they use that anymore, but
nah, they don't use talking no more.
They don't use talking no more. Okay,
it's called getting to know you. It's called dating. It's all inclusive.
So we had this level called.
It's just a smorgasbord of everything.
Man, it's just too many definitions of dating. Everybody definition is not universal. Everybody have different definitions of it.
And different ages, like different age brackets have different. Like Shan, like you about to, you just met somebody, now you talking to them, and now you kind of courting, like you probably gonna go along that lines, right? Because once you start talking to them, but go ahead, Shan, you got it.
Anyways, there was levels called talking, then you got dating, and then you got girlfriend, boyfriend, exclusive, right? All right. I guess if they got rid of talking and they kind of merged it with dating, nowadays, and this is what Trill was saying on the video, which is mind blowing, is the rest of y'all is being mind blowing to me. He's basically saying, "Oh man, this girl is I'm dating 10 women. You know what I'm saying? I got 10 women on my roster, and this girl is just calling me, and she, especially early in the morning, and she's checking on me because she ain't got nobody else to check for. She needs to go out and date other guys, so she ain't checking for me too often." And I think that's what most men think. I don't know why he think most men think that. That's absolutely not.
I'm not with that.
That's not what Trill
What
said.
about y'all? I was like, I want my woman into me.
That's
absolutely
not
what Trill
what he's
said.
saying. He's not saying that go out. Basically,
yes, that is what Trill said. In fact, he even tried to quantify by saying, "I'm not saying she should have sex with a whole bunch of guys." That's what he said, because actually he had to say that to try to say that he wasn't saying that, but he actually was.
Yeah, that she should go out, but hey, don't have sex. But yeah, no, I'm with you on that, Shannon.
Go ahead and finish.
And still, at the end of the day, she could date multiple women multiple men and still get her cake stripped anyway.
Right, exactly.
But because that's what they do.
Right. Because
and still come back to you and say you number one.
Yeah,
you number one.
And Chris and Wes and Robert is okay with that.
Wait, hold on.
Don't speak for me yet.
He said, hold on.
Listen, hold on. So I just want to say this, and then I'm gonna let y'all.
In fact, Wes said that men should do less of it, and younger women should go out and do more of it.
Yeah, go in experience. Go get that experience.
Let me explain why that is. Because too often,
hot girl summer.
As men, that's an old man summer. As men, though, what I find is that the more we spread ourselves thin, the harder it is to really see everything that we need to see and give each situation the right amount of focus. Women, though, because they generally just date whoever knocks on their door that fits the picture, then that's who they go with until it doesn't work. So be clear, though, for me, I'm talking about just the getting to know phase. Women should be able, I think that a woman should get to know me and at least have a couple of other people that maybe she's getting to know just for no other reason, so that she can understand
who I am and how I equate for her with the other people.
Define getting to know. See, y'all soften this shit up with these fancy, sexy, cute words. You saying date you and date other guys. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying get to know me. Whatever date. And now here's the thing.
Talking to.
Let
me jump in real quick, Wes.
Whatever.
Let me jump in real quick because I want to invite you. If you're in the audience, and I see lots of comments. Here's the thing: we love this kind of conversation, but we don't also oftentimes get the woman's point of view. And Princessa, Miriam.
Bring up Miriam.
I think I saw Sharon. If you're in the comments and you want to add, we welcome you guys to come to the show and cam up with us, right? You don't have to have your camera on the entire time you're live, but you do have to verify that you're a human when you do come. So the producer will actually check to make sure that you are that you're verified, and then
because I would love to hear from Miriam. So Miriam,
me too. Miriam, pull up. Miriam said a woman needs to weigh her options if her goal is marriage. When you date with intention to get married, it's better to have a roster. Miriam, bring your ass up here so we can talk to you.
So in order to join the show, you want to click the link right here at the top, call.aabma.live. I believe if you scroll up, you'll see the link. Or if you just type that into your browser, I'm not sure if you have an iPhone or if it's Safari. Our Mr. Producer, you can tell them which one brings it up better.
It's pinned at the top of the chat.
No, I'm saying which browser brings it up better.
Safari, the better browser.
So hey, by all means, join this conversation. And please let me know if you're gonna join the conversation, if somebody joins, so we can bring them on. But I think Wes is talking about the talking to phase, right?
Getting to know. He said getting
to know, but I'm gonna dial it back to just say the talking phase, right?
Now, how y'all get to dial it back, man? Why don't y'all have that same heat and energy y'all had earlier this week?
Look,
because I'm
the same thing. So listen,
now y'all playing with words.
No.
This is what I'm saying.
Let me explain why, so I can equate the terms. That's the only reason why I'm dialing, so I can equate the terms that getting to know and talking are equal. That's the only reason that I'm not trying to scale back what I said.
Eliminated. That's obsolete. They don't make that. I thought that's been phased out. Now it's just dating.
That's where you're showing your age, bro, because that's not been phased out. Like that's
what
not
Chris
been phased
said.
out. Literally, whenever we say getting to know someone, we're not talking about you're almost talking about at a point to where it's at an actual relationship where you actually say, I'm only dating.
I ain't talking about a relationship.
If you meet somebody on Monday and you get her number and you start talking to her and you guys go out, you go to dinner, you go back home. The next week you guys go out again. You guys are dating and getting to know one another. At that point, she can date other people and get to know other people. If she decides she wants to kiss one of them, you'll never know in the first damn place. Let alone if you decide to kiss one of them, who's the hoe? Is she the hoe or is you the hoe? Like,
right.
Well, I'm a hoe.
That's my issue. Like, at a certain point, that becomes we are an item. We are a singular item. You're not allowed to date other people. I'm not allowed to date other people.
So let me ask you this, Robert. How often are you taking her out on dates?
However often I feel comfortable with it. I'm not taking her out more often than what I feel comfortable with. And if I'm multi-dating, I'm not only dating her.
I already heard two. I already heard 2 dates.
Go ahead.
I heard you mention 2. So you cool with her going? You cool with taking her out to dinner on Thursday, and then her going out to dinner with somebody else on Friday, and then her going out to dinner with somebody else on Saturday, and then you turn around and you know about that. You know about all 3 of those, and then you picking her up and taking her out to a event on Monday, and then you know she going somewhere again with the other dude on Tuesday, and you're just saying it's all good. It's no problem.
Look,
that's what you're saying.
I'm not saying. Look, what I'm saying is you have to allow somebody the chance to get to know other people or figure out what it is that they want. That doesn't mean that I'm okay with it. Just like you would say,
are you okay with it? That's the question.
If I don't want to date, if I don't want you dating nobody else, I'm saying you, Mr. Red Lightsaber, does not want to compete with somebody else dating. So I get it, because I'm not necessarily saying I'm okay with somebody else going out and doing all that.
But what I'm not really saying that I agree. I'm not necessarily saying I want y'all to be necessary tonight.
Yo, check this out, Shan. Check this out. Check this out. So I'm glad Robert said something that was important. He said he mentioned I think you mentioned competing or whatever the case is. But here's the thing. And Sharon, you asked him, you said you were saying, and you know she's going out this day, and you know she's going out that day. See, here's the thing. I don't want to know because it's not my business. If I know, of course, I'm human. I'm a man just like anybody else. I don't want it to happen. But that's selfish of me.
That part.
In her best interest, it should happen for her to know the value of me, the value of the next guy, and the next guy.
See,
And
the
the
moment,
same for you in the beginning
as
of
a
the
man,
relationship.
So I don't want
ignorance
it.
is
And the
bliss.
same for you
Y'all
in the
niggas want to
beginning of
stay
a
in the
relationship.
matrix. That is the pure definition of blue pill. So you're basically saying you don't want to know. You'd rather stay in the matrix. You don't want to take the red pill and wake up, Neo, and go with Morpheus into the real world. You want to stay.
You want to know,
You
but you
want to
won't
stay
accept
blind
it.
to the
You
truth.
won't accept it. You're like the guy who went back for the steak. You won't accept the reality. You want to
No, the
accept
guy
the
that went
reality.
back for the steak said, I want to stay in the matrix. I want to go back to the matrix. I'm
No,
saying,
listen.
fuck that. I want to stay in Zion.
See,
I'm taking
what
the
I'm
red
saying
pill.
is,
I want to know the truth. And
but
I'm
see,
staying in the truth. And I'm going to fight for the truth. Y'all niggas is saying, hey, man, I like life like it is. I don't want ignorance is bliss. That's what he said at the, you know what I learned? Ignorance is bliss. I just want to be happy. And as long as she can do what the fuck she want to do, she could be gobbling dicks all week long. As long as I don't know about it. It's okay.
No,
Because she goes out with somebody each day doesn't mean that she's gobbling dicks.
Before I dropped
That's an error
150 on
assumption
dinner
on your
tonight,
error.
I know
That's an
she
error
brushed her
assumption on
teeth
your
from
part.
that last nigga that she just sucked his dick. I'm okay. So here's
So
my
That's
credit
an error
card.
assumption on your part. And
Would
at
you like
that
to
point,
take a
yeah.
doggy back home? That's how y'all niggas is talking.
No.
I
What
can't
I'm saying, this is really simple.
That's
What I'm
not what I'm
saying
saying
is,
at all.
and what
I
I'm
know
saying
that's not what
is
y'all
that
want to say, but I'm speaking in reality terms. Y'all talking about, oh, you know what? That's not necessarily this, that. Fuck all of that.
That's your
Say
mind.
it with your chest.
That's your mind basing experience that maybe you have experienced, but that's your mind telling you that that's what these
Hey,
women are
but
doing.
Rob,
But that's
though,
not actually.
like,
Now you're talking like a woman. Oh, well, Shannon, you must be hurt. That's that sign language. No, nigga, I'm good. I'm still telling you this,
Jerron,
and I'm
social
super good.
work,
You don't got to
Jerron,
do. You don't got to
therapist.
talk like
Is
women. I
that
get
not
enough of that
something
from the
that's in
girls.
his head?
No,
Saying
but
that if
the
a woman
reality
goes out
is,
with multiple
Rob,
people, that she's sucking dick and all this stuff. That's
no,
not.
Rob, but the reality
Are
is,
you eating everybody you go out with? Are you
no,
humping
bro.
everybody you go out with? If so, that's part of the problem. You're jacking up your own mentality by creating your own by creating.
Did you not
By
hear
creating
Daryl?
the atmosphere.
Daryl explained
Listen,
this very clearly. Go ahead, Shahid.
I think where
But
we
Daryl just agreed with me and West a second ago. But go ahead, Shahid.
where it's all getting all mixed up is that, like, to the point of Trill's point in the video, yeah, there are women out here saying that, yeah, you the only guy I'm talking to right now. That don't mean she's not letting her baby daddy still knock her head in, at 3 a.m. when he call her. That don't mean like she still got a dude that, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, she only may want you as a potential partner in the future. That does not mean like, oh, I'm you the only guy that I'm texting, calling, and some of these dudes, they not texting and calling, they just hitting her. I've been that guy. I've been that guy. Take a woman out on a date and she come to the crib right after and go on about her way, and then the dudes that don't care, they gonna take her. You know what I mean? It's like so.
But where y'all got me messed up at is at a certain point. It's like, look, am I gonna be that guy or not? If I'm not that guy, then we don't need to continue dating. That is
so.
that.
So let's go back to the meat of the matter. Since you start throwing blue pills and red pills all in it, because
bring the meat, DB. Bring the meat. Whip the meat out, DB.
At this particular point,
meat. Oh, he ain't had no smoked meat in about 4 months, y'all.
Bruh, listen. If you in it to date, there are people out here that will date you like it's a daggone temp service, because that's all it is. But the premise of the Matrix is he did it for love. Dating is not love. Because like I said before, until you have a communicative conversation, until you break it down, we all assuming that we're in a space where I'm going to occupy your time. You cool. You going to occupy my time. I'm cool. But what I agreed to with Robert and what Wes said, it does change the dynamic when you find out that you ain't the only one. That's an ego. That's an ego thing, and that's selfish.
You got to date to find love, though.
That's self. It's an ego thing and it's selfish. But for me, I date one-on-one. But when you start to get cocky and tell me, "Oh, I got this guy, that guy, this guy," I'm gonna say choose them.
Daryl, define dating for you. Define what
they
dating
want
is for you.
look, they want it because they don't want them to be too clingy. Look, Daryl, they don't want you to call too often. They want you to, they don't want you to be bothered and checking in on them and calling them at 2 o'clock.
See, you can't have it both. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You want attention or you don't want attention. You want me to holler at you. You don't want me to holler at you. At the end of the day, it's a cat and mouse game. And then as soon as somebody catch feelings, then it's a whole different ball of wax. Because nobody communicated what it was. You catching feelings now.
Hey,
y'all done slipped, y'all done bumped skins, you done stripped cakes and all of that
And that's
stuff.
why we need Shan's definition of dating and we need Daryl's definition of dating for that reason.
Okay, I'll tell you what my definition
that what Shan
of dating
is talking about is we done caught
Let's
feelings.
real quick, Rob.
Real
quick, before we do that, hey, just want to jump in real quick, Shan. 2 minutes on your definition, and then Daryl, 2 minutes on your definition, and then we're gonna jump to the questions that we mailed in, so we don't leave that part out. So, Daryl, your definition of dating.
Before Daryl starts, I just want to say, Daryl, I know where you've been. You've been reading all this time. That's what's been going on. I heard you say, look, what communicative, and what you said earlier.
Man, I try to
use them big words, bro.
I'm trying to get my cognitive skills back. But no, seriously, my definition of dating is no one has a clear understanding of a relationship. You have a pathway. You're coming together to see how we can coexist, but dating is the platform in which we do it. And once we get to that point of doing it, then we start to find out each other's idiosyncrasies to see if we want to go beyond that.
There goes another one, Wes, idiosyncrasies. Right there.
And if you don't get beyond dating and you do some things, you might have sex, you might have some other things, then it wasn't meaningful because you didn't communicate anything. Dating is nothing but a course and a pathway to get from point A to point B if you're going to go to a relationship or not. It's not even clear. It's like somebody said it's not clear.
Hold on, say that last point.
At what point do you expect her not to
Rob, hold tight. We got to get Daryl and Shan. We got another segment to go to.
I think my 2 minutes are up.
Daryl, can you say that last part again?
About the pathway?
Yeah.
The path, it is dating is the platform to get to that pathway. And it's when you want to go beyond dating, then it becomes mutual exclusivity on where you want to go because you're going to communicate that. Other than that, dating is free for all. It's a free for all.
Did you say it was not clear? Did you say
that's what I'm saying.
Robert, put a pen in it. Shan, your definition of
because that's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Shan.
Shan, your definition of dating.
Dating is, first of all, stupid, to be honest with you. The whole process is really stupid. And it's modern and it's new. You know, we didn't date before the year 1900. That shit came around as a result of modern technology, De Beers in selling shit. Remember, I talked about this before. Prior to that, men knew what they wanted, and men today, inherently, because we haven't evolved into a different creature in 100 years, we still know what we want, right? So, as far as I'm concerned, but listen, the reality is I'm alive in 2022, not 1822. So,
niggas were slaves.
I know, right? In 1822. I should have said 1922, but even that's where dating kind of like kicked in right around that time and shit.
Yep, 1920 is when dating started to evolve. So
yeah. So, but the reality is, dating is something that I do agree with Wes where he says it's collecting data, but it's collecting data to the point where if I'm investing into a woman, one, I'm not dating nobody I'm not sexually interested in. And I don't want to date nobody who's not sexually interested in me. We ain't going on date. We ain't going on dinner. we ain't go, like y'all talking. We going on dinner, and then we go back to another dinner and another dinner. We went to 5 dinners, and we went bowling, and we went on a cruise along the Riviera and all this other shit just to find out that she's fucking 3 other niggas. Are you crazy? Hell no. We might get a dinner. After that, it's probably on and cracking with me, and it's always been that way. As far back as I can go. So sex is always on the table with a Shannon, because I like sex. I need sex. I want sex. Just to be clear, so let's put that on record. Y'all may just want to go out and just break $500
I'm
on a
with
chick
you.
and find out later that it's not popping for you. I get it. That's it's your money. Do what you want, but I'm not doing that. So if I'm dating somebody, she ain't dating 10 other people to figure out if I'm the one that she wants. She's not gonna figure, that's part of the whole. Everybody got the whole pair bonding thing, and odds are she's smashing multiple people. And now you didn't got. That's the reason why there's a lot of divorces today, because people don't even know why she's fucking you. She's thinking of somebody else. So you think Chris, according to Chris, he's the man, right? Because Chris is doing she's not thinking about no other body, nobody else except
He get that
Chris.
claw.
But for the rest of the world, she's
For the
out
rest of
there.
us mere mortals.
Yeah, us mere mortals. She got six dudes on her mind. She's lying to this one to try to make time for that one. She's canceling plans with this one because this one came up late, but she'd rather be with him and go to that concert, and he just wanted to go have dinner. She can't. So that's a problem. No, you can't. And all for the sake of saying, I don't want her to be too accessible. I want her to, because I'm out there dating a whole bunch of women. I don't want her to be I don't want her to call me too soon or bother me or call me at 2 in the morning. No, call me if I call you at 2 in the morning, you need to pick up. I'm with Shaheed. Pick up.
That's what you most definitely need to pick up.
What I got out of that is I called you at 2 in the morning. You didn't pick up. I got to wait for you to text me back.
She must be with the other potential. So I'll wait. I'll wait my turn.
She with the other nigga. She's laid up in his bed and her phone is on vibrate. And he heard
That's
it
where
vibrate.
your thinking is flawed. Maybe she got a job.
Robert, we are not debating his definition.
Listen, Simp Nation is strong. I get it. I know. Give her the benefit of the doubt. She's tired. She had a long day at work, right, Robert? Got it.
So let's do the flip of this. So let's say she's not necessarily having sex with the other dude. Let's just say she's just stringing them along. Here's my foodie call. Here's my shopping date. That's still.
No matter how you slice it. No matter how you slice it, Colin. Remove sex off the table. Say she is not fucking anybody. What is she kissing everybody? Is she a what do you call it? Like what you call it, a foodie call? Is she using motherfuckers to get free dinners? This dude covers some bills. This dude takes her to dinner. This dude buys her, comes over and fixes all her problems and everything that's broken in her apartment. This dude is fixing her car. This dude takes her to work. I mean, what? Come on, what are y'all talking about? All for the sake of letting her get to know which one she wants.
So Shan, let me say
I'm
this.
with you, Shan.
Let me, Wes.
No, you're not. I don't want you to be with me, Wes. You stay right over there.
Let me make it plain, because y'all might say, "Well, what's wrong with her having a foodie call and this guy doing this guy?"
That's what they gonna say.
First of all, no guy is gonna do all that for a woman unless they like her. So that will come back and cause an issue. Well, I'm her main. I'm not her foodie call. Those are dudes she's just using, but I'm still her main.
That
causes issues because those dudes like her. When they find out about you, then they're gonna have an issue.
It's a pride thing.
That's gonna like spill over into your relationship. So it's not just a one-sided thing. Like it's no.
What's crazy
one way or the other.
What's crazy is because I've been on that other side. I've been on that space where I was cool with that, but that was for my benefit because I had absolutely zero intentions with these women. So hell yeah, go do this, go do that, go be over there, because it's keeping me in the space that I want to be in. I want you for this and this only. You can have dude take you to dinner. You can have dude over here as long as I get what I need. So it sounds cool if you don't have intentions. But a lot of people be saying, "Oh, I date with purpose. I date with intentions." This don't sound like somebody that's dating with purpose and intentions. It's because it's just like it just don't make sense.
She exploring her options. Y'all want her to explore her. Y'all want y'all women to explore their options before they select you.
No.
Just like you're going to do. I want to make sure that I'm 100% the person. But the thing that I don't, the thing where I agree with both of y'all,
so
with both what Colin and West, what Colin and Sham was saying, was at a certain point. Like, yeah, I'm gonna date you. I'm gonna take you out once, twice, a couple times. Once I figure out whether or not we like
3,
each other, we're
4.
gonna try to do something. That's when I expect people to start falling off. I don't expect people to be there throughout the whole course of us
But
dating.
Rob, that's not realistic. How realistic do you think that is for all of a sudden, like a light switch, all that just stop? Or just
how
fade?
realistic is it for us? That flip that around. How realistic is it for us to say, you know what, that's the woman I want. I'm cutting off everything else.
I've never, like I said, I've never been. Only time I've been in that position when I intentionally did not have intentions, and I knew I ain't want nothing but what I was getting, and
that's the type of man you should. That's the type of man you should be. Be real intentional about your intentions, because at the end of the day.
But what he was saying is, I'm not intentional with marrying this woman. I'm intentional in smashing.
Right.
As long as they know, that, then there's no argument to be had.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, you're not gonna get me banging your line every step of it. Like, hey, do what you do. You know, when I need you, that's when I need.
That's why it's a lot of people out here physically and emotionally hurt, because they've been through the ringer. They done got their cake stripped. They done got somebody that dipped real hard and went too far into the well, and people are physically and emotionally damaged, and they're trying to come back from that.
But to counter that though, Daryl, a lot of the things that y'all are saying y'all okay with doing, it takes emotion and mental capacity to do. Like, I don't be like, I tell women all the time, like, you could have sex with me before you could sit down across from me, and I exhaust mental energy and emotional energy into you.
I'm not
I value my mental and emotional energy more than I do my physical, because that takes more out of me than anything. So when
I have no beef with that, Shahid. I don't. But what I'm saying is,
most men think like that.
Yeah.
Right. So
I don't have no beef with that.
3 or 4 dates with all these people, that's how people get hurt, because it's like, y'all giving up. Well, I don't know what's valuable to everybody else.
Yeah. 3 or 4 dates, if you put yourself in that spot to where you're that emotionally vulnerable, then grab Chris's book about vetting, because you're invested way too much at that point.
See, dating is not an investment other than you spending your time. Then when you start to add money to it, then you have an intention. Some dudes believe if they use money, they're gonna get something out the deal.
It depends on how see, my time is more valuable than the bread, though.
Exactly.
I get that.
So it depends on who you're talking to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you add up how much money I make, an hour of my time is a lot, way more than I'm paying for a dinner. So it just depends. And so even still, that's why we got to kind of know exactly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I tell women, I say, listen, what you've been taught and what some of y'all brothers is teaching is wrong, and that's why we're in such a sad state of disregard that we're in now.
It's that dynamic
is on you. It's just him. That's
that
it.
dynamic
Everybody
is
else off.
That dynamic is with the black culture, because you got cats out. It's cats out here
particularly.
That you spend $100 in just drinks, and I'm cool with that. I blow that on myself if I'm out there. But a lot of cats be like, I spent $100 on drinks on you. You gonna have to pay up. You won't even let me.
But that's a flawed perspective. That's niggas going out here.
But it's a real perspective, though, Rob. It's out here. It's out here.
People do think that, Rob, if you pay some expensive money,
I understand.
And Jerron got to clean them up.
That's what I'm saying. We all should be responsible for cleaning that up, though, because that is a dumb perspective, that because I broke bread with you, you're mine, and that's to me, that's what
nobody's saying you're mine.
And you dating other people, you're mine. Like, you can't.
It's
do that.
it's not your mine. It's a return on investment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's called a return on investment.
How many investments do you get your return on in a week? Like,
ask Chris. He just went on FMLA from dating.
Chris said
Chris dropped $500 a month.
If you invested,
wait, hold it. Wait a minute.
Oh my God. Shannon in rare form.
Wait a minute. Let me go ahead and address that real fast. So, when I first started dating, I was spending upwards of like $700 a month on dates. And I wasn't getting. I might have like if I went and this was 2017. I just got divorced, fresh out. Just I mean, I had maybe 6 dates, 7 dates in a month. I'm spending $75 to $100 on every date because I had no idea of what I was looking for, and I wanted to just have. I just wanted to just date. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna kind of close our topic so we can get to our questions, so we can jump to that. Great conversation by all accords, right? Now I spend way less on dates because I want to actually spend more time talking to the person and getting to know the person, right? So that's where I am now. So now I don't budget it per se, but I'm wiser about how I spend my money, and I'm wiser about how I spend my time. I actually tell people that I date the relationship that we're going to look towards to having should reflect the marriage that we're going to have. So I'm not taking you out on Thursday this week and Friday next week and then Sunday again, because when we get married, that's not a realistic viewpoint of what our relationship will look like. So you may get one date a month. You may get, one day every other month or whatever the case is, but we're going to definitely enjoy our time because we're going to spend that time together. With that being said, I definitely want to switch to the two questions that were joined to us. So the first question is this, fellas, if you can take a look at the picture, and if you have a question, let me say this real quick. But phenomenal topic. I'm were able to we were able to kind of dig into it, and I mean we might have to recap and do a part 2 next week because this
we're gonna have to because Miriam did not accept our invitation. She's
correct. Miriam said she was going to stay and say the comments. So next time,
I'm not even the reason I keep refreshing my screen is because my comments ain't coming up in there. So the last comment I got is an hour ago, so I'm not even seeing what they're saying. I only knew that she said that because I had to go way over to YouTube. I thought
we appreciate Miriam. Bring somebody else up to the stage.
So here's the deal. Every week we get people to ask us questions, and if you have a question, good, bad, indifferent, just email us. Now you should say mail, but I'm grown now. Email us right here at the top of your screen, questions@aabma.live, and we will answer your question. If you email us, it doesn't matter what time of day you email us, we won't answer it until Thursday on our live broadcast. So if you email us on Facebook, you go to our Facebook page, make sure you are liking the Facebook page. Make sure you are actually also subscribing to our YouTube page, and you're following us on Instagram, TikTok, and all of our social media pages at Ask a Black Man Anything. First of all, I want to thank you for that. Second, the questions that we get, just like this one right here tonight, there's a picture. If you can't see it, it's a black house, and then it's a dollhouse, and then that says "My Taste in Women," a black house, and then "My Taste in Women," a dollhouse. Kind of colorful, and then at the very bottom is the trash can. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says "Also My Taste in Women," and then in the corner it says I can't see. It says "Best Something." Let me see if I can find that screenshot.
It says it's Ben Shapiro's Taste in Women.
Okay, Ben Shapiro's Taste in Women in the top right corner. I don't care about Ben Shapiro. We're gonna just
what happened?
What does that mean to you? How do you interpret that that conversation? Do you agree with that?
I'm losing people on the screen.
Let me touch it real quick. I don't necessarily agree with his perspective, but I understand it.
This is from a woman, actually. It was from what is her name? Oh man, I have to go back in the email, but it's from a woman.
Yeah, but still, I definitely understand the perspective, but she's saying that she could take it this way, that way, or you could be in the alleyway. That's the type of women that she like. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to choose one of them.
No. So she's saying that men's taste in women
are the black all over the place.
Right, men's taste in women are the black house, the dollhouse, and sometimes trash.
We want the boring woman. We want the exciting woman. We'll take the trash. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can explain this. This is more like the black house is modern, it's sleek, it's classy, it's what I mean. that might be like a, I don't know,
the alpha woman.
supermodel type, always gonna go, she walk in the room, she turn heads, everybody want her, she's the, you know what I mean? She's that trophy. Then you
Like
got
Shan's ex-wife.
Then you got the pink and like I think Daryl said, it's boring, it's dull, it's not real exciting. Men like that too. And sometimes, you got the trash can, a little slutty hood rat, whatever, XYZ. Like some men, that's just range. You know what I mean? As far as like
range.
I know I'll speak for myself. I've been there where I can, dabble with the hood rats and the ratchets or whatever. I might like a woman that's boring, but I also can pull the baddest IG model that there is. So I don't get the Ben Shapiro reference. I guess I don't understand that, but yeah, I mean that's basically what it's saying. As far as like what men actually like and what they prefer, I can't speak to it, but that's all that is.
Here. I think you can.
And another view of it could be where it's a strong black woman, and another one could be like a princessy type, a real dainty type woman, and of course the trashy one is the trashy one. It's all, I don't get the Ben Shapiro thing as well.
You could do the 60-30-10 model. And
I think it's up to everybody's interpretation of it. I would interpret it differently.
You could do the 60-30-10 model.
I would say that
I think 60% boring, or 40% boring, 10% trash, mouth, can't control it, whatever the case may be. You can have all three of them women in one woman.
Go ahead,
Depends on what she displays. Hey, you're the one doing the choosing as the man.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, Jerron.
I thought the thing was frozen. I mean, it's how you interpret it, because you can interpret that way. Then you can interpret it as she's taking a diss at men, just saying that men will have sex with anybody, because you got 3 or 4 different women.
That's what I get from it.
It doesn't matter what type of woman out there, long as she has pussy, men will have sex with it. So you can look at it like that way too.
Wait, say that again, Jerron.
You can look at it like that way as well.
No. What you said before that? Look at it what way?
Long as she has a pussy, men will have sex with her.
We have it on record.
Never thought Jerron would speak like that.
So that's the way.
Ron used the P word.
That's the way.
Ron used the P word, y'all.
I'm gonna call Clifford tonight and let him know.
Jerron is pushing P, y'all. He pushing P.
Jerron done got some lighting and just don't know how to act.
I'm just saying that's a different interpretation of what everybody is saying. Look at it.
It also could be where, because we all have our things, and a woman will ask us, what do we like? And I'll say, what, I like natural hair, somebody who has muscle, who's in shape. But then if I go and I deal with somebody who's outside of the range of what it is I say I like, then it's like you like everything. So
wait, you like somebody with muscles and natural hair? Wait, what?
I like women who are in shape. I do like women who are in shape.
Okay.
I like muscle. I like the human form as it would have been whenever we were chasing down the animals ourselves. So yeah.
Wait, you like animals? Wait, what?
You like
because look,
bestiality.
I don't want somebody.
Oh gosh.
Did you say bestiality? Did you put that on me?
No, what you talking about?
Oh, no, I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, this that went freakishly left. And that went freakishly left.
You gotta blame Wes. See, Wes trolls, and y'all, and some of y'all still fall for Wes trolling a year later.
Yeah,
you can't do that on live, Wes. You can't hang yourself.
You gotta catch Wes. You should catch him way early. The thing, look, when I see this photo, the thing is though, and this is the mistake that women make oftentimes, and this is what they say. So you ask a woman, you say, "Listen, why do you wear these long, sharp raptor clawed nails, ladies? Why are you guys getting these eyelashes that make you look like fucking Snuffleupagus? Why do you have these weaves these lace fronts, these wigs that are obvious. Why do you get the BBLs? Why do you get the BBWs? Why do you do all of that stuff? When men time and time and time again is saying that we want natural women, we time and time again say we don't like that stuff. We're saying it overtly, indirectly, fucking every which we're putting it up in smoke signals, saying it time and time again. But what the problem is, women are saying, well, wait a minute, if that's the truth, fellas, if that's the truth, then why are you liking all these women that you claim you don't want? You're liking all their photos on Instagram. You're making all these women money on Instagram. You say you want the traditional, clean cut, all natural woman that doesn't look like an oddly shaped hourglass, but then those women are the ones that get all the attention on Instagram. They get all the likes. That's the photos. You follow all of those women. The thing is, and this is what I want women to understand. While this right here says my taste in women, traditional, and then they got the other one that looks like Nicki Minaj's house, right? We only want to marry one. You see, we'll screw all of them. The trash can, the flashy one with all the makeup and shit, and the contour and the all the sorcery that she puts on her face, and the BBL. We'll have they're good for a fun time. Those are fun girls, right? We'll also have sex with the trashy one. We'll have sex with the conservative one, but only one of them gets the ring. And what I want women to understand is, if the ring is your goal, then do what the ring girls should do. Don't necessarily pay attention to guys that are liking stuff, or pinup girls, or gawking over the woman that's walking by down the street, because he's not looking at her to be his wife or the mother of his children. He's not looking to ride into the sunset and go decade after decade and grow old with the girl that he's going to have to worry about if he got to take silicone implants out later on, because it's going to give her some kind of, reaction, or the woman that has to get Botox for the rest of her life because he's not looking to take her and wife that girl up. We're telling you who we want to marry. You may see us acting upon the girl that we want to have sex with. That's the strip club. But we don't want to, men don't want to marry the strip club girl. Now, here's the thing. Some men do, but those are the Pookies and the Ray Rays. That's the small select few, under 20% generally, men that want to do that. By and large, the men that want the quality house that's built with a solid frame, that has integrity, a house that's built with integrity, a house that has a solid foundation, a house that we can rely upon to protect us from the outside cold, and the house that we want to live in is the one that we're telling you we want. Pay attention to that house. Design yourself to be that type of woman. Don't design yourself to be the type of woman that our weekend car. Don't design yourself to be the car that we pull out the garage and have fun with and want to drive every once in a while and just show off and be flashy with and show the homies that we have it, and then throw it back in the garage for another month. Be the car that we want to drive every day. So I want women to make sure they make that distinction, because oftentimes it's the decisions you guys are making, especially when it comes to vanity and the shit and all the stuff that you guys are putting on and the way you're dressing, you're making a mistake. You're conflating our desires with who we want to marry versus who we just want to fuck.
And let me address the Kia statement. Put that back up. She said it's confusing. You can do all the stuff that the ring women do. Then what happens if the man refused to marry you? Well, obviously you didn't vet properly, because you were probably doing what he wanted you to do, or what the ring girl does, but you weren't actually doing what he needed you to do. So you were probably doing what you saw, right? But you never asked him, hey, is this what you need? And here's the thing. You can do everything that all the dating coaches tell you to do, right? All the married women coaches, you can do all of that stuff. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you do everything that they tell you to do if I don't need that. If I need you to help me in the kitchen when we cook, and you sit in the living room while I'm cooking, then I don't need you. I'm not going to marry you, right? Even if you make my plate when the food comes out and you plate it real nice and all of that stuff, even if it looks beautiful and the house is clean and you wash my clothes, what if I want to wash my own damn clothes? You have to do those things, but you also have to make sure they're for the person that that you're actually vetting. Which again, shameless plug, if you get the damn book, you won't be asking that question because you'll be able to find out what the guy needs, and that's the reason why I wrote it. So,
and Chris, doesn't that speak to? Oh, let me throw this out there. Based on that gospel that Chris just laid on you, ladies. So I hope you listen to what he said. Chris, doesn't that speak to when you ask a woman what makes you valuable, they always throw in what they sound like a man. You throwing out everything. You're not talking about anything that men actually say they need, but you throwing out what was told to you. You throwing out what your father told you to do. You throwing out what your mother told you to do. You throwing out. That's why we talk about you lead with your degrees and you lead with your accomplishments and you talk about how many monikers you have after your last name and you show your resume and your profile and you talk about all these things and we don't even care about that shit because you think that's what we want and you're not asking us what we want.
Here's what's crazy about that, Shan, and I want to see if this resonates with you. I did a thing on Instagram this weekend actually, and I said, if a man asks you, what do you bring to the table? And you respond, I am the table. And then you ask him, or you get upset that he asks you, what do you bring to the table? Then you should stop asking him what he does for a living because you're asking the same question. A man is asking you when he says, what do you bring to the table? He's asking you, what value do you bring to me to add to me? He's not asking you, do you have a degree? Because we don't, I mean, great that you have one, right? We care, right? We don't want you to be an 8th grade dropout, right? We want you to have some form of education, want you to bring some type of wisdom to us, right? But there are women that have a 3rd grade education that can do that, right?
But men don't care about that though. Like, and not to cut you off, but like,
no,
honestly,
I agree.
You don't even have to have some smarts. You just got to be willing to learn. It's
right.
Like,
and so, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's it. It's just like
I want to add this.
Let me finish real quick, Daryl. So if women are asking what a man does for a living, you're asking him how can his job or his lifestyle increase your value? Because if he told you he worked at McDonald's for $7.50 an hour and that was what he did and he doesn't want to go anymore, it's a guarantee you won't talk to him. But if he told you he owned 10 McDonald's or 3 McDonald's or 10 franchises, you would begin to automatically start envisioning a life of what it would be like to be the wife of the man who owns, because you're asking him what value he brings. So when a man asks you what value you bring or what you bring to the table, answer the damn question. And if you can't answer it or you get upset with it, then you don't know what value you bring and you probably shouldn't be dating. And you need to go buy your own personality at Walmart in aisle 22B for $199.97. Go ahead.
I was going to say it's $7.75. I just got paid. I was just saying it's $77.5 now. I just got paid.
A lot is lost in translation, especially in the game. This whole cat and mouse, boy meets girl, it ain't that anymore. Now it's all these superlatives, all the collective balance of what I have accomplished.
There it is again, Wes.
So where I think that men and women, I'm gonna lean to the women right now, where they're losing to that is they're not balanced. They're trying too hard
to be men.
Be yourself. Be your value is yourself. You don't and it's you don't have to make it up. Just be naturally you. And a lot of times what happens is you go on all these dates, you get in all these relationships, and instead of improving yourself, you pick up emotional baggage from other people who've told you you're not this, you're not that, and then you're carrying that baggage into your next phase.
They're just jumping straight into the next
without doing the work.
Right.
When you get out of a relationship, datingship, situationship, whatever you call it, do some self-work. Clean up all that mess. You ain't what that dude told you. So don't bring it to me.
I gotta jump
Any
in.
other man.
I want to jump in. Daryl just said a mouthful because y'all know I preach a lot about doing that internal work. So that's true talk because the main thing is you're cleaning up. So seriously, once I did the internal work, once I did the introspection, it's just like, why do I keep running to these brick walls? Why do I keep running to these dead ends that don't lead anywhere? For the record, I don't do trash diving. I don't trash dive. I just want to put that out there. But it's just like with me, once I experience pain that I've never experienced before, I don't want to experience it again. So I'll do all the things necessary to not let that happen again. So yeah, people are literally getting hurt in relationships. They're jumping straight to the next relationship, hurt, and then it's like it just keeps snowballing. But it was just at a point in time where it's just like, I'm gonna just focus on me, focus on the things I can improve. Even like the last relationship is just like everything that I heard that I messed up on and things like that. So I was like, well, let me go work on those things. When I did that, that literally cleaned up all the residue. It literally opened up just a whole another energy field that ultimately attracted my soulmate. So that stuff is real because you really do attract what you are. So in that current state, if you just jump in relationship with baggage, that's what you're gonna keep attracting. You're gonna keep attracting trash because that's the kind of energy you're putting out. But when you do that self-reflective work and everything, you move differently, you talk differently, and you just start attracting a whole new crowd.
You know what, Colin? I want to say this real quick because something you said was so profound, and I liken it to an egg. Once you crack that egg and it comes out, you're not putting it back in the shell. You either gonna have to scramble it, fry it, or do something with it. But you're gonna have to make it into something. And it's a lot of people out. It's a lot of people, men and women, that got their craniums cracked, and they ain't been right since. So they going around here dating, living that life or living that lie that somebody told them because they got their cranium cracked. So they're gonna pass it on to the next person. They ain't got no balance.
DB, I miss you so much, brother. You and your word.
And Lakeisha said egg, exactly.
No, I was just saying how much I miss DB and his wordplay.
Bruh, the mutual respect is there, bruh. I missed y'all, man. I wanted to come back in a clear mind because I was slipping a little bit and my mind wasn't right. But today, I feel like I'm strengthened with the power of the brethren, dark side or not. I'm in here.
See, Chris wanted to get rid of you, man, but I had to fight. I had to fight against Chris to keep you here. Chris be trying to cut everybody.
I have receipts that prove otherwise. We're not gonna talk about that.
Chris so strict on the membership. I'm like, Chris, just relax. He's good.
Right.
I told him I was coming back.
Just for the record, I want y'all to look back in the back channel and see who moved everybody. Who said they need to get gone.
We know.
That's what we're gonna do.
We know.
These niggas ain't here. They can't compete. They ain't got time. They can go. Anyways, with that being said, I want to jump to our second question in the last 8 minutes that we have. I think this would be a phenomenal question. We have it. Yes, Colin?
Yes.
Perfect. So the second question is, why does it seem like the pretty women are the most single and want to be in a relationship but can't find one? And that's from Lloyd from Miami.
Let me tell you. Wait.
That's an easy one.
Why does it seem like and I mean, I don't know if it's constructed grammatically correct, but why are the beautiful women, the ones that are the singlest, right? And they want a relationship but can't find one?
Well, I think honestly, this is twofold. Like one, you got a lot of women that are beautiful, drop dead gorgeous, and they think that's it. That's all they have to bring to the table, so to speak, is just a pretty face. And then you got a lot of women that are drop dead gorgeous and beautiful, and they know that. So they have higher standards. You know what I mean? They don't, they make it's a lot of work, and a lot of people, some men are intimidated by these women. So, but
don't say
for
that.
For the most part, it's just
don't give them fuel. Don't say they intimidated.
A lot of women just think that's that's their calling card is just you pretty. And it'll leave their ass out in the cold a lot.
Hey, I'm
The Crenshaw
a
Cowboy
second
say
you
he
on that
ain't.
note. I'm a second you on the note and say that just because you're pretty don't mean you're pretty on the inside either. So you can have a
Oh,
person that's
Jerron,
pretty
can
on
I
the
tell you
outside.
something real quick? Because
Yeah.
on that note, do y'all know the difference between pretty and beautiful?
Yeah, pretty is physical.
And beauty is what?
Intrinsic.
It's internal.
Exactly.
It's intrinsic value.
Exactly.
Beauty.
Sorry, you just sparked that in me, Jerron. So thank you for saying that.
So that's what I'm saying. So just because you may be pretty on the outside, don't mean that you have a great personality. Doesn't mean you're fun to be around. I've met people that look great on the outside. You start talking with them, don't have no drive, no purpose.
So
don't have a whole lot going on in their life. Not doing too well. So
I met a lot of boring, pretty women.
Exactly. So that answers the question right there.
I want to stay on in that vein because Jerron, you remember the young lady who jumped off the building about a month ago or so?
Model, yeah.
Yeah. Your beauty can be summed up in what other people say about you. And if you start to believe it, you'll start to act out on it. And no matter how you try to communicate to others, your beauty will be your first moniker. It'll be your marker. But if you get the balance between you are physically beautiful and intrinsically beautiful, you can value a person that will come to you in sincerity and try to get to know you. It's men out here. That brother right there, Lloyd, if he's on, you can't assume that every beautiful woman is single because she's beautiful. She might choose to be single. But there are some women that they got to just I know I'm beautiful and you got to bow down to me. That's some trash thinking right there. And you can have it. It's stinking thinking. But I'm gonna digress because I don't put all women in the same basket.
For me, it's been my experience that beautiful women, like women that are pretty, are approached a lot less than women who are cute. Like women who are of that higher echelon of gorgeous, they're approached a lot less than women who are cute. That's the first point. The second point is those women who are prettier, more often than not, guys only approach them based on their looks. They don't investigate who they are. So then they end up having to put up new guards because we're only interested in trying to get that smash to be able to say that I hit that woman. Other than that, I agree with what Shahid was saying. Like there's the fact that you could be boring, you have no other value, you're not necessarily a beautiful person on the inside, so therefore you don't know how to deal with a man, and there's a lot of other things in there, but I'm gonna pass it on to the next one.
I'll say this, and I'm gonna shut up after this. Every beautiful woman that I've ever approached, the moment they open their mouth, whether they said something or I'm just gonna say this, I have met some of the most beautiful women that the moment they open their mouth is trash. Words coming out and the way it smells, like they've been chewing on some D-cell batteries.
Bro,
But
I
at
met a
the end,
woman that was so damn fine one time. As soon as we had one conversation, that's it. Like, I'm done.
I had to stand 10 feet back. But go ahead. I'm off the soapbox.
We need to social distance, sweetie. I'm sorry.
So the thought is, and if I want to make sure I understand, you fellas, that you all are saying, I'm not sure if Shan, if you chimed in, where do you stand? Why do you think that the prettiest women are desire the relationship, but they never really actually obtain it? Shannon.
Oh, you asking me?
Yes.
Oh, hold on. I was over here talking to Colin on the back chat. Why do the pretty women, the pretty girls, the 8s, 9s, and 10s, why are they so single? Want a relationship, but seem to be very single. Well, it's a couple reasons why. One, I mean, okay, one, a lot of men already assume that they're in a relationship. So it's like, why even give it a shot? Right? Men are practical and pragmatic when it comes to dating. So just even when you ask, even if for those that even pay attention to Kevin Samuels content, you ask a guy, hey man, rate yourself from rate yourself on a handsome scale. Men are gonna be realistic with their number. It's not like we're gonna be, oh man, I'm a 10. It is a dude is gonna be like, yeah, I look this. I could probably lose a little bit of weight, got a little bit of gut. But if I ever do that, I'll be all right. I know I'm not as tall as I could. I wish I could. I know a lot of women want, so I'm gonna subtract some numbers for that. My skin is patchy. My beard is not connected. We know when we're not a certain look. You ask many women to rate themselves, they're a 10, right? But with that same mindset, men, when they look at women who are extremely beautiful, they may say, you know what? From a beauty standpoint, she's out of my league, so I'm not even going to bother. So a lot of guys don't even attempt to date those women or talk to those women because they already feel that she's out, so she's already missing half the dating pool because those guys don't even make it a point to talk to her. Then what happens is the non-select guy that would talk to her, you got the dude that don't give a fuck. We all know him. We all got one in our neighborhood, in our crew, in our gang, or whatever. He talks to everybody. You go to the club, he talking to the fine chicks. It doesn't matter. It's a numbers game to him. Look, I'm gonna step into the party. I'm gonna step into the bar, and I'm gonna try to holler at everybody. And if I holler at 50 chicks, and one of them say yes, then I'm doing better than the dude who didn't holler at no chicks, right? And so when we see, but the pretty girls don't like him. The pretty girls, just like hypergamy speaks to, I want somebody that dates. I'm only gonna date somebody who is doing as well as me or better than me. I want somebody who can teach me something. I want somebody who's higher on the socioeconomic scale than I am, and that's who I want to marry. I don't want to date a guy that makes less than me or is below me on the socioeconomic scale. So women, when it comes to good looks, they tend to not want to give the average looking or ugly guy a chance. But that's a lot of guys.
Yep.
So these pretty women, even though they want a relationship and they want to be in love,
they want marriage. They want marriage-minded men.
They want marriage-minded men. They're passing by 50 plus percent of the available candidates because he's not as handsome as she believes that she should be dating. So then what happens is the guy that is handsome, well, he got options. That brother got options. And so he's the guy that has multiple baby mamas. He's the guy with 6. He fits the 666 6-pack, 6 feet tall. Some say a 6-inch dick, others say 6 figures. No matter how you look at it, he's a 666 guy, right? And so
that's the devil.
So
that's the mark.
So that's the guy that they want. I mean, that's the guy that they want, but that guy has options. And this pretty girl who's an 8. I mean, she knows she got the body, she got the nice stomach, she got the ass, she got the skin complexion, she got the hair, she got the symmetrical face that she got the eyes, she got the look that everybody wants. She's lonely, but she won't date a Shannon because Shannon's not handsome enough. Instead, she wants a Chris. But Chris got options, and he's in Atlanta. And in Atlanta, he can go either.
It's the other way around.
It doesn't matter which way.
Too.
Atlanta's great though.
It doesn't matter which way Chris.
She doesn't want to date a Chris. She wants to date a Shannon.
She's running into
Chris is only 5'8".
But the point is, so there's one. A lot of guys won't even attempt to talk to that pretty girl. 2, that pretty girl won't fuck with average guys because she believes, 1, half of them is delusional and think they're a fucking 10 and they're not. And 2, because she thinks she's a 10, she thinks that she's entitled to somebody who's better than her or not, or above average guy. And so the ones that actually are a 10 or a 9 or an 8 or a 7 still want the above average guy. And that above average guy, he got so many options. Why would he want you? So what makes you so special? So that's it's a dilemma for pretty girls. It's almost like they're their own problem. And the only ones that's going to get out of that. And I got a solution for it too. And I throw this up and I throw it to you, Wes. The solution to the beautiful women, to the bona fide 8, 9s, and 10s, not the 4s and not the 3s, 4s, and 5s that think they're 10, but the bona fide. If you are, if to the bona fide 8, 9s, and 10s. If you're single and you don't know what's going on, one, what makes you special above the other 8, 9s, and 10s? What value do you bring that's different than the other 8, 9s, and 10s? If you are just a pretty face and some pussy, if that's all you got, then you are no different than the rest of them. And you will still be single because the guy that you think that you want, that you're going to want to wake up to every morning because he looks the right part and he's making the money that you want, and you think that he's above you on the socioeconomic scale, he can pick all of you guys. I mean, he could pick from a whole bunch of you guys. You have to do something different, or that's solution number one. You got to be extraordinary, or date average guys. Stop passing up the goddamn Amazon driver. Stop passing up the regular. Stop passing up the assistant manager at Foot Locker. Give him an opportunity. He might be the best thing that ever happened to you. But you don't know.
Is that the reason why you see some of those really pretty girls with heavy set men, like men that are kind of like, because they finally get it?
Either they get it or they're approached. But go ahead, Shane.
I like to chime in.
That's a good point. Go ahead, Colin.
Go ahead, Colin.
Because I just want to back up or co-sign what Shan was saying, because that's extremely correct. And the pendulum is so off kilter right now. It needs to be recalibrated. That thing is way off. Because to Shan's point, everyone's going for the high earners, all these guys that, have the pick of the litter. So it's just like when they're tired of being used and abused over here, they didn't already use their prime years messing around with the guy who has tons of options, because there's a surplus of women going after him. So then, when it's kind of like desperation time, it's like then they go to the Pookie and Ray race and just get knocked up. So it's just one extreme end to the spectrum to the next extreme. And who's still being left out is the middle, the average guys in the middle. So it's just like they're going over here, then when it doesn't work out, they jump way over here. It's like, well, I'm still getting me a baby by Pookie and Ray Ray because they're making baby mamas left and right. So it's like, I just want a baby. Marriage ain't on my mind. Marriage ain't my intention. So I'm gonna just go get pregnant so I can feel some kind of accomplishment by saying I have a kid or I have a baby. So it's just like in the middle, yeah, it's just the guys, the average guy, like, damn, am I not good enough? Or like, what's going on? I got a government job. I got a postal job with good benefits and things like that. And those are the ones that are the best providers.
May I add a 30-second caveat to what you just said, Colin?
Yeah.
I heard one brother
25.
say, I heard one brother say, there is absolutely nobody out of your league. They're just out of your will. And sometimes people that don't have a purpose, they're going to date or try to go after any and everything they can. That doesn't mean they're going to score. It's just that person is just not out of your league. It's just out of your will.
Mic drop.
Yeah, man. Younger, yeah, and that's just and here's the thing. The older women who aged out of the game because they wasted their young years is recruiting the younger women to join them in that Golden Girls group. And that's the problem I'm having. That's what I'm essentially start talking about on my channel as soon as I get my assistant up to speed and we start firing off these lives that we're going to do every day. I'm going to start saying, stop paying attention to those women that want you to join them in that Golden Girls group. If you're young, ladies, if you are under 30 years old, you are in the best time, your highest sexual marketplace value that you will ever be. And if you found somebody that loves you, then rock with him. Then do not think that it's going to get better for you in your 30s or your 40s. I get it. There's exceptions to the rule. It's not all, but some. In my case, most. But you need to learn. Settling is not a bad word. It's not a word that as make people make it seem like, oh, you settle. Yeah, settle. We all do anyway. So if you're in your 30s, find the best thing that you have for that time. I mean, at that time, or right now, really, because I'm talking to you, and figure it out. Now, the older women, a few of you can take some reprogramming. I know it's tough. It's going to be hard. But you can reprogram your software to start thinking a little differently so you can get the outcomes you want. But if you're not going to do that, which I know is hard, then you might as well just get ready to ride it out all
There's
alone.
no reprogramming for them. There's no hope. All hope is lost.
You know, if we can't upload no new firmware, then I don't know what else to tell you.
Got that cranium crack. Ain't no more forward thinking. Stuff leaking out right now.
Yeah, man. You know, it's a trip because see, we got time. You know, I'm 49 years old. You know, and I hear what people say. You know what I'm saying? Even Chris is over there teasing me, saying that it's the other way around and whatnot. All men have more time. You know what I'm saying? Are we in our, you know, our sexual marketplace value height is after 30 years old, not before. Your sexual marketplace value is before, not to mention biological issues that can arise. You know, even recently, I'm sure you guys have heard. What's the brother from the Central Park Five? He's getting a divorce with Delisha, or whatever her name is.
Delicious,
right? You know, they've been married for less than 2 years. That brother got about an $8 million settlement. He met her within 6 months. They're married. He proposed 2 months after he met her. Right?
It's crazy.
He was the best thing. You know, she was the Instagram. I mean, she's big old booty, and she was on Love and Hip Hop and all that other kind of stuff. He met her. Best thing. She was already had kids. She was the baby moms. You know, he took her off. He was all bragging. I remember when he was bragging. Yeah, you know what? She's off the market. I got that. So on and so forth. Now she's sending out Instagram posts and tweets talking about he's a liar and a narcissist, and she can't stand him. And they're going through a divorce, right? But the reality is, damn, I forgot my point. I was gonna use.
You gotta take notes, bro. You gotta get a notepad.
No, because I got another point. I got another point, and I forgot why I was talking about the lease. But
you were talking about the sexual marketplace value.
Yeah, I know, but I was speaking specifically on who has time. Men have time, and women don't. Anyways, the point is, you guys get the point. I'm starting to ramble at this point. I hate when I lose my points like that. But you know, pretty women, ladies, the pretty girls out there that want a relationship, the answer is lower your standards. Is that a fucked up thing to say? Lower your standards, because what makes you special? It's not your money, because most of y'all don't have it. You know, I know you out there chasing the bag, and I know you think that you're gonna get rich, and I know, you know, once you start selling hair and you start becoming a goddamn massage therapist, you think you're gonna become a millionaire, right? But the reality is, only 15% of women make over $80,000. That's across the nation, all races. So 85% of women make under $80,000. 85% of American women make under $80,000. All of y'all ain't gonna become millionaires. All of y'all ain't gonna get a big old house. You know, we've talked about it on this show before. The number one way that women have become millionaires in America is through divorce. It ain't through entrepreneurship and innovation. So my thing is, if you want a relationship, especially women in the Black community who's already at a 2 million man deficit, lower your expectations, because what you think you want may not be best for you. And if you lower your expectations, that may be the best thing that you've ever selected and picked in your entire life, and you just didn't know it because you were sold on Idris Elba and looking for Idris Elba, when you should have just been dating a regular guy like Shannon, Chris, and Wes. Us regular guys is the ones that you guys want to kind of pay attention to, because we might be the best thing that ever happened to you, not necessarily a Denzel Washington who makes $10, $20 million a year.
Wow. Just saying, you should have said
Phenomenal.
that. You should have put your mask on when you said that. You should have said that more like.
So every week, you guys, we get people that will email us questions, and we want you guys to email us because we want to answer your questions. So if you want to join the show at any point in between 10 p.m. and 12 p.m. on the Eastern Time, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. on the West Coast, and every time in between, make sure you hit the link right here at the top, call.aabma.live. We would love to have you on our show. If you want to email us a question that we can answer it every Thursday night, just like we did tonight, make sure you do the other part and go right here, right above my head at questions@aabma.live. Do me a huge favor. Make sure you screenshot this and put this on your Instagram. Tag Ask a Black Man Anything. We'll make sure that we share it. We love your social currency. Make sure you like the show and share it with your friends. We want to thank you all for coming tonight. Have an amazing night. God bless you. Remember to do something good for yourself better than you did yesterday. Have an amazing night. Do your outros.
Shaheed Muhammad, I'm out.
Shannon Rawls, I'm out.
West
Daryl.
Stewart, Autistic IQ.
Daryl Bailey, I'm bake.
Welcome back, Daryl, man. Robert Longmire 44. Find me.
Uh-oh, you muted.
You don't mute, Jerron. He hit it hard, too. He was like,
Jerron, I'm out. Do something nice for yourself this weekend.
Colin Harder, I want to give a shout out to Walter. This dude had me rolling. Just all his comments. And
nice.
I couldn't throw
Nice.
I couldn't even
Walter
throw
White over there cooking that blue meth in the comments.
Yeah, Walter over there cooking. In the
Yeah,
kitchen.
Colin Hardeman, great show tonight. Thank you, everybody that tuned in. We had a good showing tonight. So, yeah, let's get it.
Chris Davis, the real Chris Davis on Instagram. Have an amazing night. We out. See you next week.
Yo.
Daryl, you came back with a vengeance, bro.
I missed y'all guys, man.
And y'all remind me never to let Shan close the show out.
Daryl got catchphrase after catchphrase.
Why? What'd I do?
Shan, you didn't get my text, huh?
Nah, my phone is on the charger.
Oh, okay.
Oh, brothers, man.
I said Shan closed the show out like 20 minutes ago, right?
Oh.
And Shan was like, and another thing, and if you women, you don't like it, you gotta lower your value. I said, Shan is not paying attention.
Shan wasn't done whipping them.
That nigga Shan said, lower your standards and open your legs. Damn.
He did not say that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Did he say that?
Oh, peace.
You know,
I might as well have. I might as well have. Listen, man, you know why? It's because these women will have. You know what? Their expectations get worse as they get older.
Yeah.
Sometimes their expectations increase. They start having more. You know, there's a select. It's like a rising and lowering scale. And so they have lower expectations in their 20s and they fuck with the wrong guys, and that's when they get pregnant by these niggas. Then when they get around 30 to 40, their expectations skyrocket. Then when they get 50 and 60, when nobody even want to pay attention to them, the expectations drop like a rock. So it's really a weird dynamic because when you get around 50, 60, 70 years old, you kind of age out the market. And when you're 20, you don't know no better, but that's the best time that you should be kind of like, you know, concentrating on a man and whatnot. And then when you're 30
still in the
40,
chat,
it's like,
man.
goddamn, what are you doing?
They still in the chat, bro. They said this joint was lit.
Yeah, Miriam, don't think we're gonna forget about you next week. You was talking a lot tonight and you didn't want to come on, but we are gonna address that next week.
We need to do a part 2 of this, y'all. This was good. We got to do a part 2, unless there's something else. You know, obviously something else that comes afoot.
Yeah, because y'all niggas is tripping, talking about, I don't mind. I don't care what she doing. She could date 10 guys. As long as I'm number one.
Get that experience, girl. Get that experience.
She could date 10 other guys. She could be sucking and fucking 5 other guys the same night we go out. I'll take her out. I don't know any different.
Y'all can get with that community living if you want to. We'll come out with some funduses and some other stuff.
Come on, babe. Let's go on our 5th date tonight. After you get your back, I'm gonna be doing it.
I don't want that. I don't want that community loving. You can have it.
All right, so y'all, we gotta make sure we reserve that last 10 seconds for Wes.
Hey man, what are you talking about, man?
You always have your closing words, but yeah, great show. Robert, good to see you. Shaheed, good to see you.
Always.
Daryl, definitely great to see you. Deron, good to see you.
Yes,
sir.
Hey, Wes, I got a question. Hey, can she go mud wrestle with somebody else before you?
And after it. Before and after. She just
Nah,
came
she
back
gonna be
from a mud
smoking
wrestling
Daryl's meat.
session.
Go ahead, Wes. It's on you, Wes.
As long as she lower her standards and open her legs, we good.
Peace.
Oh man, yeah, wow.
Just